My name's Veselko. I'm 34 years old. I'm from Huntington Beach, California, and I'm the current U.S. sales manager for Portugal Ports, Companhia dos Quintas Wines, and Verti Sparkling Wines of Portugal. I started surfing when I was about 11 years old, and by the time I was 14, I was surfing competitively. For me, competitive surfing really began when John Rothrock from Edison High School, where I had later attended, had paid a visit to our junior high school, and what he was wanting to do was incorporate competitive surfing into the junior high school level, and I was very fortunate to be the first group of kids to be able to go every day down to the beach and be involved with surf class with the high school students. John Rothrock was actually one of the founding fathers of the NSSA, as most surfers know, is really the main organization in America for amateur surfing. The year I graduated in 1989, John Rothrock, along with an individual named Bruce Hoppings, who was kind of like this cultural ambassador to surfing, they would organize these groups of kids and bring them around the world to different locations and really try to promote the sport of surfing, had organized a group of kids from California, which I was lucky to be involved with. So in 1989, it was the first year that I had visited Portugal. So as I arrived in Portugal with the surf team, we were hosted by the Portuguese national surf team, and I mean, that first trip for me to Portugal really laid down the foundations for me for, gosh, my entire future to come with my career, my personal life, basically everything. As all of us from the surf team had arrived in Portugal in 1989, we were all divided amongst the Portuguese national surfers, and I ended up staying with Gonçalo Lopes, who at that time was one of the better Portuguese surfers. Towards the end of this 12-day or so surf trip where we were with the Portuguese surfers, I mean, I was having so much fun, I didn't want to go home. I called my parents in California, and I told them the situation. Look, I'm really not ready to go back to school at this point. I just graduated from high school, and I was basically going to stay in Portugal. So John agreed that if my parents were okay with it, it was pretty much a done deal. So after 3 months of having a great time in Europe, I went back to my hometown, Huntington Beach, California. I ended up basically just working and saving enough money for the next 3 years just to go on surf trips. I went to Hawaii a few different times, Indonesia, Peru, Brazil, and really just took advantage of the time that I was able to just go and travel around the world and basically put school on hold for some time, really knowing that I would go back at some point. So when I got out of school, I had a degree in anthropology and geography, and really I was looking at possibly going in the direction of teaching, but really came to the point where I didn't really think I had the patience to probably do that. And really from the previous trips going to Portugal, France, and Spain, where I really learned about wine for the first time and developed a palate for it, it was really a passion that I had fallen back on, and that's the route I ended up taking in terms of my career path. In 2003 was actually the year I moved to Portugal with my Portuguese wife, who I actually had met on that first trip to Portugal in 1989. For the past 3 years, I was lucky enough to get on board with a port wine company in the north called Portugal, a small Portuguese family owned and operated port house, and I've been on board with them as the U.S. sales manager for the past 3 years, and more recently coming on board with Companhia dos Quintas, which is a wine company that has 7 wineries across Portugal, and also with Verti Sparkling Wines, who is what I could say possibly the best sparkling wine producer in Portugal. So really coming to Portugal in 1989 with the surf team from California really forged the future for me in a lot of ways, as I had mentioned before, with my surfing, my career. I mean, I didn't know anything about wine until I came to Portugal, and now I've got a great family and wife from here, and really just enjoying the country and thankful that that Portugal's given me so much.